obviously a very frustrating offseason so far. Not just the Yankees. I mean, no one's been signed for the most part.
Yeah.
But DJ LeMahieu obviously is the big elephant in the room. Where do you see things standing? I feel like the general, the way to look at it is that his market is not as big as kind of we imagined it would be, or maybe he would imagine it to be. And the Yankees have made this offer, and no one's topped it. And there's no reason for them to outbid themselves. And now it's just a waiting game and all that. So how do you see everything unfolding?
Yeah, I still think at the end of it, DJ comes back to the Yankees. I think it makes too much sense not to happen. DJ has been very upfront about he would like to stay in New York. The Yankees have been very clear that, all right, you are our top priority and we will wait on you. Like, I just feel like it makes so much sense. And, I guess there's a chance that somebody could swoop in and throw crazy money around. Like, if a Steve Cohen really wanted DJ LeMahieu and wanted to give him 5 years, okay, but that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I still think, if it's not the Yankees, it's probably the Dodgers or the Blue Jays. But I just don't think that anybody's going to step to the plate with that 5-year deal for DJ. And, maybe the Yankees give him a 5th-year option or whatever just to make him happy because, look, he is their best player. And you can't make the case to me that, they're going to be more of a World Series contender without DJ coming back. So I just think it's a marriage that needs to continue. I said this a couple of days ago to somebody, and I was like, when the offseason started, first of all, I can't believe we've gotten to January 15 or whatever it is, and DJ hasn't signed. I thought that would have been done by November 15.
Yep.
But here we are. And, I thought when the offseason started, it was a 95% chance he would come back. Now I guess maybe it's 90 or 85. As every week peels off the calendar here, I guess I get a little less certain, but I still think DJ wants to be in New York. The Yankees want to keep DJ. And when's the last time the Yankees really wanted to keep a free agent and they got away? I can't even think of one. So, maybe you guys can, but I can't think of anybody the Yankees really, really wanted to keep, and then they let him go and said, oops, we made a mistake. Like,
Yeah,
so
that doesn't happen.
yeah, I guess Cano kind of, but they drew their line in the sand and they said we're not going more than 7 years, and so whatever. I still think DJ comes back.
I'm a big fan. I've been pushing the vesting option for the 5th year. If DJ thinks he's worth it, and he is, in my opinion. Like, if he hits a certain amount of plate appearances in the 4 years, then he's worth the 5th year. Like, it's going to end up being probably worth it. I think people also, I've seen so many fans out there that are like, oh, we can't get a 5th year. He's 32 years old. He's an infielder who's a contact game. Like, his game isn't going to, I think he's going to age pretty nicely into his 30s. If I were to guess the way he plays, if he was this big power hitter, then I can see you having the argument, but like, I don't know. I just don't get scared of the 5th year. And obviously as a fan, it's not my money. So that's what it comes down to. But yeah, you see the teams and it's the Dodgers, but you hear reports they don't want to go to a 5th year, and then the Blue Jays, are they certain they're playing in Toronto next year? Like, are they?
We don't know. We really don't know the answer to that.
So, like, how is he going to sign a long-term deal with a team that doesn't know what country they're playing in next year? So, that's the way I see that. So, obviously, the Mets are always scary. Hopefully, the Lindor thing quiets them down. It's the way I'm looking at it. And I'm kind of with you. Hopefully they get it done like 4 for 100. They come to some sort of middle ground where they're at, where it seems like the Yankees are 4 for 84 and he's at 5 for 110. Let's go 4 for 100.
4 for 100. Option. Like you said, it's not my money, but if I'm Hal Steinbrenner, that sounds pretty good to me, I think. So
yeah, I called him.
That's the frustrating thing to me. Like you said, like we thought we were going to sign DJ in November. Like we thought like that was going to be our priority. And then our priority would be now signing pitching, because after Cole, I don't even know who, Devi or Montgomery. Like it's kind of like
Davey Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're
so
talking
it's
about
like,
guys like Michael King, Clark Schmidt. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's what I wanted my priority for the Yankees to be now, not DJ. Like I thought that was a done deal. Now I get scared. Right. So it's like a weird offseason for the Yankees. Cause like you said, we get who we want.
Just got one more question before we let you go here. I consider myself the number one Luke Voigt guy in the world. I was on him, I think, before anybody. But I mean, that's my dude. And he came up in some trade rumors, and let's fingers crossed that he stays on the team and all this. You never know with 2 months to go. But do you think there was any validity to those trade rumors and that they were actually thinking about moving on from him?
I don't. No, I don't sense that was like a real thing. I think that was more kind of the media throwing that out there. I sound like John Sterling. Well, the media, they've got to write their stories. But I feel like that was just kind of, hey, it was something they could do. But the idea behind moving Voit, I think, the case was that maybe you put LeMahieu at first, and then you have Glaber at second, and then you get a guy like, I don't know, Francisco Lindor to play short. Well, that's off the table completely now.
Yeah.
But also, Cashman was asked about that, and he said that LeMahieu's value is so much better at second base, and he's fine at first. Like, you can get by with him at first, and he's not going to hurt you, but he's so much better at second base. And so if you're going to spend that kind of money, that's where you want to put him. Like, you can stick DJ wherever you have to. In a pinch, you can go play third, you can go play first, and you could probably even play him at short for a day if you had to. But you want DJ LeMahieu at second base for 155 games. Like, that's the value of him, and batting leadoff with that inside out swing where he can kind of Jeterian drive the ball to right center field. And like, that's going to age well, I think, for the Yankees. And so, to circle back where we started here, give the man his money, right?
Please, God. When you're saying the inside out, I'm like, oh my God, if we don't have that, like, that was our best player. We have to sign him.
I always said, if you're watching a road game, the Yankees, and you tune in like a minute late, there's a good chance DJ's on first base after hitting a ball to right field, and you could just be like, oh, this guy first, that's DJ LeMahieu, like 100%. Right. And I did like how you said, I said this before, it's a misconception that DJ at first is this like Gold Glove dude. He's competent, but like he's not like he is at second base, and he's probably not like crazy. Like, people give Voit a lot of shit for, I think he's improved a lot from when he first started there at first, and he works his butt off to get better because he hears that noise from people. But I don't think there's a crazy difference between DJ at first and Voit at first. And people think like DJ is this all-world fielder, and he's great at second base, but he's just not the same guy at first. And I've just been trying to tell people that, and it's nice to hear that from a man like yourself.